All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brett, and this is the Christian Rebel. I hope all of you are having a blessed day. So today is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Got a question for you. Should we as Christians celebrate Christmas? And is it a pagan holiday? I watched this great video on inspiring philosophy, and I thought I would share it with you. I will put a link in the description to his channel because he has a lot of great stuff on his channel, and I thoroughly enjoyed this video. It is titled 10 Christmas Traditions That Are Not Pagan. So let's watch it together. It's a little humorous too.
Traditions that we borrowed from pagans, and by borrowed I mean stole.
It's not even December,
Grab
and
your
y'all
cocoa.
already testing me.
Number one, Santa Claus. Santa Claus is actually an Old Norse pagan god named Odin, and Odin had a long white beard and he was old, and he rode around through the sky on an 8-legged horse delivering presents to people.
So this is not true. Santa Claus is Saint Nicholas, and traditions concerning him trace back to Dutch immigrants in New York at the beginning of the 1800s. And we have no ancient sources that stated Norse pagans believed Odin rode through the sky on an 8-legged horse delivering presents.
Number two, the 12 days of Christmas, or the concept of Christmas in general. This comes from Yule, or winter solstice, which is a 12-day pagan winter holiday.
The 12 days of Christmas are between December 25th and January 6th, the Epiphany. It's entirely Christian in origin, and we have no evidence there were 12 days of Yule. In fact, Snorri Sturluson says King Hakon the Good put Yule on December 25th to coincide with Christmas.
Number three, kissing underneath the mistletoe. This plant is really sacred in a lot of pagan rituals. For Romans, it honored the god Saturn, and to appease Saturn, they would have fertility rituals underneath the mistletoe.
This is nonsense because Saturn was an agricultural deity. They did not honor him with what would have been considered a weed. The tradition of kissing under the mistletoe only goes back to the servant class of the late 1700s in Britain.
Number four, the Yule star, in which each point represents one of the 5 different elements. Pagans used to put this on top of their Yule tree.
Pagans did not have Yule trees. Those did not exist. Tanya Gulovich says the star on a Christmas tree probably goes back to the idea of a Star of Bethlehem. It was a European Christian tradition.
Number five, hanging ornaments on trees. Each of these ornaments represented a god like Saturn.
This is once again nonsense. Tanya Gulovich says the earliest known ornaments were apples. In the Middle Ages, Adam and Eve plays were held on December 24th, their feast day. They would use a pine tree decorated with apples for the play, and that is likely where the Christmas tree actually came from.
Number six, decking the halls, wreaths, Christmas trees. Pagans would put these up so that they would have some life and some greenery during the otherwise super cold and lifeless winter.
Decorating your house with greenery is a custom found all over the world. This is way too general to say that Christians stole this from pagans. People in multiple cultures do this.
7, Christmas caroling.
Singing. Christians couldn't come up with singing on their own. They had to steal that from pagans.
8, eggnog.
You're not even trying anymore, are you? Eggnog was actually invented in America, with influence from older European recipes.
9, Yule log, obviously pagan.
It is actually not. Yule in English just means a midwinter period, and the oldest reference to a Yule log comes from the 1600s. We have no evidence of a log associated with the ancient pagan festival of Yule.
And number 10, my favorite, December 25th being Jesus' birthday. It was celebrated as Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, which means the birth of the invincible sun, and it was dedicated to Mitra, or the Roman Sol.
We actually don't have any evidence of Sol Invictus being on December 25th until 354 AD, and it may have been placed on that date to compete with Christmas. The earlier Fasti inscriptions do not mention any festivals on December 25th, and Aurelian worshipped the sun with chariot races every 4 years in October.
All right, guys, what do you think of that video? I thought it was hilarious. So I want to thank Inspiring Philosophy for sharing that, even though it was a couple years ago. I discovered it on my feed this morning, and I had to share it because Christmas is a very important Christian holiday, in my opinion. And should Christians follow it? I do have a Bible verse I want to share with you. It is from Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. So let's read that together. Therefore, do not let anyone judge you by what you eat, drink, or with regard to a religious festival, a new moon celebration, or Sabbath day. So, should Christians celebrate Christmas? And do you think it's a pagan holiday? As for me and my household, we are going to celebrate Christmas. We have the Christmas tree and all the fixings, but we don't worship the tree. We worship Jesus Christ, the reason for this season. We honor his birth on this day. And is it his birthday? Probably not. But you know what? I'm following this scripture verse that says, do not let anyone judge you by what you eat, drink, or religious festival. So I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas and have a blessed day. And if you like content like this, please like, subscribe, and share with everyone and all. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. Always choose that narrow path. Be a rebel and follow Jesus. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.